we can do ablution just 5 minutes now, but prayers will do another time. So practically, isbagul wudu. For us, the hadith, you have so many narrations, the hadith of Abu Hurairah, the hadith of Uthman bin Affan from his freed slave Hani and all this, how when Uthman asked that they should bring container for him and he demonstrated how the Prophet, he performed ablution, it said this was how the Prophet ﷺ performed ablution. And so many narrations in Bukhari and Muslim with respect to how ablution should be performed. So quickly, because of time, I'm rushing for another lecture now, is you start. The ablution is the key. Miftahu salah at-tahara, as the Prophet ﷺ said. The key to prayer is what? It's ablution. Without ablution, there is no prayer. So it's the most important thing for you to start first. So you start your ablution by what? Making the intention for ablution. The place of intention is the heart. The hadith of Abu Hurairah, the Prophet ﷺ said, "Lawla an ashuqa ala ummati la amartuhum bis-siwak ma kulli salah aw wudu'." The Prophet ﷺ said, "I did not mean that I do not want to burden my ummah, my nation, that I have commanded them to use siwak." So lawla has made it mustahab. La amartuhum, omarni is what? Wajib. But lawla has made it to be mustahab, to apply siwak before ablution. To apply siwak before ablution. So the Prophet ﷺ, he said, lawla an ashuqa ala ummati. So it is recommended for us to apply siwak before ablution. And then when starting your ablution, you get your pure water, the water that you can perform ablution with, and then make the intention. The moment you stand up and you pick up your kettle or you open your tap to perform ablution, you know you have made intention for ablution. Ablution is not uttered. All of the scholars of Ahlul Sunnah have unanimously agreed that the place of intention is the heart. Mahallun niyya al-qalb. And then that intention is not altered. And then it is mustahab for you to wash your hands 3 times. This one, like this. You wash your hands from here to here 3 times, right? This and this. You wash them from here to here, from here to here. Is that clear? And then it is wajib when you are putting your hands into a container and then you are just waking up because you don't know where your hands went into. So you have to wash your hands first before dipping them. Especially when you stand up at night for tahajjud. So, but it is mustahab. You wash your hands 3 times. And then the next thing, which is essential aspect of ablution, it is essential, meaning without it there is no ablution, is for you to what? You put water into your mouth, madmada, alaysa kadhalik, and then you pour it out. This is essential part of ablution because it is mentioned in the Quran. The face is mentioned and nose and mouth are part of the face. So the scholars say it is essential aspect, and that is why this, the majority of the scholars say it is wajib when you are doing your ghusl and when you are performing ablution, major or minor purification, you must do what? You must wash your mouth and then your nostrils because they are part of the face that was mentioned in the Quran. إِذَا قُمْتُمْ إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ فَاغْسُلُوا وُجُوهَكُمْ وَأَيْدِيَكُمْ إِلَى الْمَرَافِقِ إِلَى آخِرِ الْآيَةِ. So you pour water. The water that you put in your hand, you use it, put in your mouth and then your nose. The same water. This one you put in your mouth once. Yes, and then you pour it out. The English word kaimadmada, the Arabic is there, kachuchuda, the Hausa is there, the English has run away.
You shake it, how do you call it? English.
And then you gargle it. And then what next? The same water you sniff in, al-istinthar, wal-istinshar. 2 things you have to sniff in because you cannot pour out what you have not sniffed, what has not been sniffed. So it means you have to sniff in because in one narration it is pouring out that was mentioned. Sniffing in was not mentioned. But it is understood what are you pouring out if you did not sniff in. So, but there is narration that mentions sniffing also. But you have a narration that mentions only pouring out. But it is to be understood that you only pour out what has been taken in. So you sniff in and then you pour out. And then you take second one Because the Prophet ﷺ said these things are done 3-3, not 4 times. You do once or twice or 3 times. It is not done beyond 3. And then you sniff out. 1, 2, 3, right? And then you wash the face. And then in washing the face, you start from this tip. Someone once asked when we were teaching this hadith, he said, what about those that have bad hair? That starts from here. He said, you start from naturally, we are talking about mimbabi taglib, where the hair starts normally from here, right? To here. That is face. Do you understand? To here. And then the extent of it, the width of it is from here to here. You have differences of opinions where some mentioning the hair that you wash, no, and some adding it together with the hair. But washing the face after the nose is from here to here, from here to here. Do you understand? And then you wash the face 3 times also. Is that clear? You wash the face 3 times also. And then after the face is essential. Allah mentioned it in the Quran. It is wajib. It is essential. Yani rukun min arkan al-wudu. Essential. And then the nose, the mouth and the nose are counted as part of the face. And that was why the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in sujood, when he said sujood ala jabha, alaysa kadhalik, and then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam pointed at what? The forehead and the nostrils. But the nostril was not mentioned but it is part of what? The face that you use in sujood. Because it is part of it. The same way when you're washing your face, the nostril and the mouth is part of it. The extent I've shown you, the length I've shown. And then when you do that 3 times, you now wash your hands. This is where a lot of people make mistake. Base that you did at the initial stage is mustahab. Alaysa kadhalik, just to clean up some impurity, especially if you are putting your hands, because in those days you put your hands in the container to fetch water and then you pour and then you wash. So that you won't take dirt, you put dirt into the pure water that you're meant to use for ablution. And then when you are washing your hands now, you start from this tip. Please pay a look at it, everyone. As against people washing from here to here. You start from here to here, as we understand from the hadith of Abu Huraira. In fact, Abu Huraira went to a bit extreme in his understanding of the hadith. فَلْيُطِيرْ غُرَّةً أَلَيْسَ كَذَلِكَ. Abu Huraira will wash up to this place. But this is the understanding of Abu Huraira radiallahu anhu, companion of the Prophet. But what إِلَى الْمَرَافِقِ إِلَى الْمَرَافِقِ, bone of contention among scholars. The إِلَى الْمَرَافِقِ, is it two? Or does it include it? If I say ila, do I stop at that place, or is that place inclusive? So the correct opinion is that it is included. So you wash al-marafiq, ila al-marafiq, you wash the elbow. Alaysa kadhalik. 1, which is wajib, and then the second one, the third one, mustahab. Alaysa kadhalik. Ensuring you pour water like this and wash and then come like this. Ensuring that, if you're standing in front of mirror, sometimes you won't know that there is lam'a here. Until when you are washing the other hand and then you raise up and then you see that this place, water did not touch it. This place, normally if you wash and then you don't pay attention, you see it, a part of it is dry. Pay attention to this place when you are washing. So you ensure that it is washed 3 times, and then you take water and you pour from this tip also to this, and ensuring that everywhere is washed, and then like this, and you turn back again. Pay attention to this side because it's normally forgotten. This side, it's normally dry. People don't know. And then you wash it. And then the next thing is what? Al-mashu. To wipe over. Wiping over. Right? Not washing. So you take water, it's enough for your hands to be wet. And then you, from the tip to back, you wash like this, right? 1, and then you bring back. Is that understood? And then, the same way, the water that you use, yani there are differences of opinion. I'm just telling you, yani, the most authentic. The water that you use in washing, in rubbing over your hair, It's the same as you are doing it, your hands, these two are inside your, it's not like this, va? It's not like this that you see people doing. Just, it's enough for you to put it inside. It's not for you to do like that. No, it's enough. You do like that and then you rub over this. You take it, see. You rub over like this with your thumb. This one is inside and then the thumb is behind your ears and then you rub it like this. Do you understand? And then you rub it and then bring it. With the same water that you use to wet your hand to do this, and then you know, as you're doing it, and then you rub over. And then your legs now. Uthman bin Affan, he said, and he washed his feet 3 times. 3 times from this tip to what? Ila al-Ka'bayn. You have to, ila al-Ka'bayn, ila al-Marafiq, you have to wash not just at the tip, but you have to include the what? The ankle. And then you wash it, one, and then putting your finger into this, in between your toes. And then you wash. In most cases also you pay attention here. Because there is no salah if you have lam'a. Alaysa kadhalik. And then you wash it once, twice, thrice. And then the left foot also. 1, 2, 3. Alaysa kadhalik. So what happens if there is a place, as you are washing your legs, your legs now, you now realize that water has not touched this place. If you still have the reminder of water, wet water in your hand, you come back and wash and then you continue from this point again to the leg. You are not just washing this and continue washing leg. For example, you realize that this place is not washed as it should. Then you go back to this place and wash it, and then you continue with rubbing of hair, and then you come to this. Is that understood? And then you wash your legs 3 times. And after that, you make Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika la ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. And then you're good to go to perform your salah. So you pay attention to ablution. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.